Bar Stool Sports. Bar Titus, Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I'm Mark Titus. He's Brandon Walker. Today is Monday, May 19th. We are live from Chicago, and we are brought to you by Jägermeister 56 Botanicals, 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Wherever you're out, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar, or maybe you're doing all the sports stuff or just the Mostly Sports stuff, call the shots. Cheers with frosty 0 degree Fahrenheit shots of Jägermeister. And remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister the Core. 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S. White Plains, New York. Hi, Brandon. What do you want to talk about?
Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Good. I'm glad you asked. And I will now go over all of my emotions for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So here's how I'm doing. And thank you for asking, Brandon.
Sure.
I had a good breakfast.
Right.
I had a normal amount of coffee for me, so I feel like my energy level is at a good spot.
That feels about right.
The weather, I'll be honest,
bullshit.
a little bit bullshit. So that's bringing the mood down a little bit.
Why are we wearing hoodies in May?
Yeah. Trying to think of what else to report. Got some yard work done yesterday. I don't really have much of a yard, but there was still stuff to be done. I felt productive, so I woke up this morning feeling like I accomplished something over the. You weren't looking for this long of an answer, were you?
No.
Oh fuck.
No.
I messed that up again.
Just ask me again.
Fuck. I should have just said good.
Yeah, I would have just said
Should
good.
have just said good.
Living the life.
Or fine. Fine would have worked.
Fine would have done the trick.
Yeah.
Damn. What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
We were promised a better weekend than we got. We were promised a more exciting weekend than we got. We were promised so many beautiful and wonderful things and so many things to talk about on Monday morning. And here we show up, and all we can talk about is blowout after blowout after blowout after blowout after blowout. Now, I think it sets up some interesting things down the road, but looking at the weekend we just had, you and I argued, boy, we had the fisticuffs out. We were just like this. We were just like this. We were like this on Friday, saying you wanted to watch Game 7 and only Game 7. I said, well, you should share your eyes.
I didn't say only Game 7. I just,
You should share your eyes with PGA Championship.
Yeah.
You said, no PGA. I'm not going to watch any of the PGA Championship. That's what you said.
Yeah, probably. Maybe I said that. I don't know.
And then they both kind of were blowouts. Yeah. They were both not much to it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a sneaky, low-key, underrated.
Can you be sneaky, low-key, and underrated?
Low-key.
Wow.
Big-time sports weekend.
Wow.
And then what delivered? The Preakness?
The Preakness was awesome.
Preakness was awesome. I'm trying to think of what else.
The Preakness was fucking great.
The Stars won in overtime,
Yeah, they did. That was
just about every game, every other thing I was looking forward to was kind of a blowout. And like you said, it set up some good matchups, but that's not. I'm a child when I'm a sports fan. I don't want to delay my gratification. I want it now.
So
I want the Game 7, Daddy, and I want it now.
So let's start with Sunday, I guess. So Sunday we had 3 games, three big events. We had the PGA Championship, obviously, it's a golf tournament. We had the Game 7 in the NBA, and we had Game 7 in the NHL. Game 7 in the NBA started out. Nuggets came out okay. Came out all right. They were up, I think, 4, maybe 5, 6 after the end of the first quarter, and then the blowout machine took over, and the Thunder, which the Thunder are relentless, and they're at home. Once the momentum started rolling downhill, it was
Nuggets
all over.
Could not just complete simple passes.
Yeah,
couldn't just hold on to the ball. Yeah, turn it over like crazy. Not just turnovers; they were just getting like breakaway, wide open layups and dunks and all that shit. And the Nuggets kind of quit, didn't they?
And you kind of know with the Aaron Gordon injury, when we found out when the Aaron Gordon was injured going in, no matter how much he tried to play or played or whatever, it was going to be an uphill battle.
It was going to take a miracle, and then the wheels started falling off, and I think the Nuggets were very comfortable with saying, "Fuck it, the wheels are off. Let's not try to put them back on."
They're pretty good quitters.
Yeah, they are.
I think they've done some pretty good quitting jobs over the last couple of years.
Yeah, last year was wild too. When they were at home, Game 7, they were up, and it just slowly unravels, and then they just
said, "All right, well,
fuck it. I guess this is it."
Jokic is on the bench in the third quarter, looking at pictures of his horses.
Yeah, that was That was a very disappointing Game 7. What was the final margin? 30 something. I switched over.
32.
32. Whew.
Yeah. But
Stinky.
again,
Shout out my guy Caruso though.
Caruso's just
becoming the star, a star, not the star.
Did you see what his plus minus was that game?
Probably 50.
I think it was.
Felt like
was it 48
plus 40.
40.
Was it
40? Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, he's
Highest one of either
he's a
team.
menace.
It was the highest. It was the highest plus minus off the bench in the NBA playoffs. Maybe ever? Was it ever?
Yeah, according to BFW Stats Incorporated.
We could start that.
Yeah.
You might have to be the CEO, but we
Okay,
can start
yeah,
it.
I'll be the head researcher.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and we need to stop referencing Elias and
Yeah, Elias really does have a stranglehold on that.
Yeah.
You're right.
in the Brandon Walker era.
Yeah, in the Brandon Walker era, this is.
I do think it's one of the Caruso had the. I think I saw the stat. The 3 highest plus minus off the bench ever in the playoffs. 2 of them happened this series.
Wow.
So, yeah, good for
There we go.
Caruso. He's
Game 7 this century plus 40 plus 38.
maybe it was Game 7. then.
Casey Wallace had a plus 38, and
Yeah,
then
maybe it
Ginobili
was-
had a plus 32.
Yeah,
I have a question for the room. Do people hate the Oklahoma City Thunder?
I think
Feels
people
like, it feels
hate.
like they kind of do for a team that's like young and up and coming. And
Do you think it's hatred or indifference?
I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of people that don't like the Thunder, and it
I-
might just be the Seattle deal.
It could be. I don't feel that people dislike the Thunder.
Oh, really?
I feel that people struggle to get excited either to love or hate them.
Okay.
That they kind of just exist.
I've seen a bit of an uprising, and it's because of the corniness.
Nobody seems like nobody outside of Oklahoma seems like pumped that this young team, this newcomer to the party. I know they were the 1 seed last year, but like they are, and they Durant, Westbrook, Harden era or whatever, but they've never won a championship, and now they're knocking on the door. They're the favorite to win it, and generally the neutral fan would be excited about a team like this, and I feel like they're just not. I feel like there's no excitement outside of Oklahoma for Oklahoma City.
Could I throw out one more thing?
Is that a fair?
Yeah, I think
I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm saying that's what I think the rest of the country feels, and I find that interesting.
On the internet, there's a lot of people who point out the corniness, and Chet Holmgren had another incident yesterday where it's like, you know who this is? This is the MVP. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
But I think also a lot of people are mad about the Jokic SGA debate.
Yeah.
And they side with, SGA is not the real MVP. He's overrated. It should be Jokic. And it results in hatred for the entire team of Oklahoma City. And
He's a fraudulent.
They're rooting against that.
He hasn't even won the MVP yet, and we already know he's a fraudulent MVP.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is the notion, I think, with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think a page has turned though. Like you're coming off of a decade and a half of the same guys, the same stars, the same everythings, and even though the Celtics won it last year, we're kind of a continuation of that era. Now everything, all 4 teams we have left are kind of coming from the back of the pack here.
Yeah.
And the Thunder being in Oklahoma City just aren't going to make that gigantic of an impression, and they're never going to sell tickets on their name alone. So I feel like it's more indifference than hatred. I don't detect the hatred that you guys do.
But the first time around that they had their uprising, I think people were extremely excited.
People were cheering for the Thunder.
Yeah.
That was a more exciting group. This group is like 10 guys that are all B+ to A- basketball players. That was 3 supernovas that happened to end up on the same team together, and we could tell where the NBA was going. They ended up breaking up and doing their own thing. But that was like a drafted big 3 that you just never see.
Yeah.
And they were all like 21 years old.
There's got to be a touch of envy involved with Oklahoma City as well, where it's a young franchise. It's 15. They've been in Oklahoma City for 17 years, maybe.
Yeah,
since 2008.
Yeah.
About then.
Yeah.
Right.
It was 08.
And they've already kind of had two massive rebuilds into juggernauts, and had Kevin Durant and had 2 MVPs essentially on their team, and a lot of these other the Knicks didn't make an Eastern Conference Final for 30 years, and it's like there's got to be teams that envy their success in such a short window.
Yeah.
Even if they haven't won a championship.
I think you got to admire a team when they know they're bad and they know they have to rebuild, so they go through a process. And through that process, they're able to use draft capital and make a lot of great draft picks and build a team who is good, 1 through 10, and who can win a championship. Teams that are able to do that and are smart enough to do that,
Build around your superstar
and pick the right guys.
Yeah,
you gotta
right.
you gotta believe that process works, and they're a big part of it.
Acquire
Right.
two-way players like Alex Caruso who play defense, all NBA defensive players, great offensively too.
Stars that want to play,
Yeah.
stars that will be on the court for your basketball team.
that's right. That's right. Makes a big difference. It's a smart way to go about it.
Connor, you didn't happen to have any blueberry crumble, did you?
I did have some blueberry crumble, and I offered it to you guys if you wanted some.
Connor walked up to us at 9:58 with a Tupperware bowl full of something and said, "Blueberry crumble, would you like some?" When did you start doing that?
It was a leftover from the pig roast on Saturday that I wanted to bring, and I'm trying to give it out to the rest of the office. I'm stuck with it at my apartment. I can't eat all.
What do you mean you're stuck with blueberry crumble? Just eat the crumble.
There's a shit ton of blueberry crumble.
Eat
I
the
already
crumble.
had some.
Knicks and Celtics.
Yeah, I was gonna say elsewhere in the NBA, it feels like an eternity ago, but we haven't done a show since.
It does feel like
Yeah.
a Saturday ago.
Friday night stinker.
Yeah.
Celtics, stinker. I didn't necessarily expect the Celtics to win, but I had been sucked into the drama of what the twist and turns of the series, and it was just a bummer. It was I was hoping for a very close Game 6. I got the exact opposite. Why is this happening? Why are teams getting blown out and just throwing in the towel so easily?
I mean, I think in both cases with Gordon's injury and him trying to fight through it and everything, and then with the Knicks and the Celtics, Tatum being out, once you get down, I feel like the ability to not believe in yourself is a lot higher when you've got Tatum out, when you've got the injury concerns, when you're in somebody else's building and the ball starts rolling down the hill and you look over there and Jason Tatum's in street clothes. You're like, well, fuck, there's nothing. He's the guy that would bail us out of this, and he's over there.
First of all, do you feel like there's an uptick in NBA teams throwing in the towel when they realize they're fucked? And if there is, why? And I'm trying to make sense of it, because I do feel like I don't want to make this like a this generation versus the old generation thing, but there is something strange about like teams just they get down 20, and I get you're down 20, you're almost certainly not going to win the game.
Yeah.
But for God's sakes, your season's about to be over. Like, let's just try some sort of desperation. Let's just show some sort of give a fuck. And it feels like the exact opposite happens. And I'm wondering why.
I also
because
think
as a fan, it's very frustrating.
in these two circumstances, just taking these two out of, put the previous years aside, I think the buildings played a part. I think the buildings and the crowds and the craziness. You fall down 20 in a normal game. You fall down 20 at home. All right, maybe you're able to rally and maybe you're able to get going. You fall down 20 in the Garden with the whole world against you. It had to feel like just an inescapable doom at that point.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't really think it's more than that. I just think we put the blowouts in history out of our mind. Like, I remember when the Pistons won their first title, they blew the Lakers out in that final game. They killed them.
Yeah.
And we don't really remember those. They exist throughout the years. And then the Pistons, when they got beat by the Bulls, they were getting beat so bad they just left the court.
That's right.
Right. Like this has happened forever. We just notice them more in the now.
It's not an uptick. It's just you don't think this is a new phenomenon. This is just something that we noticed because it happened mere
this
hours
weekend.
ago. Yeah. It's just frustrating to be excited about.
A sporting
there's
event.
really no fix, but it's frustrating to be like, holy fuck, what a weekend of NBA basketball.
Yeah.
This is going to be insane.
Well,
And then it's
I feel like
not just blowouts, but just like complete destructions.
I feel like this is the first Monday we've showed up where we didn't have something exceptional happen in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's the first time the playoffs have kind of hit a little lull. But again, I think they're poised to pick right back up. If you look, I always talk about new blood in sports and new champions and all that. In the NBA right now, you have 4 teams. 2 of them have never won it. The Pacers and the Wolves have never won it. The Wolves have never been to the finals. The Knicks
Thunder have never won it.
The Thunder have never won it, but the Thunder as a franchise have won it. in 1979, which I don't believe in that either, but I'm just telling you that's the way the NBA looks at it. And then the Knicks, I think, last won it in, 1970? So you're looking at the best case scenario, one of these franchises won it as a different team in a different city 46 years ago.
Yeah.
The
Which
rest,
I mean, we can't count that. Let the NBA do
the
it.
NBA counts it, but
Brandon, let the NBA do what they want. I'm saying mostly sports doesn't count.
So Oklahoma City has never won a title because it's
never
Oklahoma
won
City.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
never
enough.
won it.
So 3 of these teams have never won a title, and the Knicks last won it in 1970. And that's one of those teams that will be champion this year. And I think that's exciting for basketball. New cities, new blood, new energy, new everything.
Yeah, and obviously Ebo and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are super-duper stars that are going to be super-duper stars for the foreseeable future. But to have and Jalen Brunson's very good and Halliburton's very good. But I think if you would have asked people at the beginning of the season and said, who are the 4 best players in the NBA, I don't think those 4 are listed, right? And I'm turning to you because, this might be the era of the best teams, the weakest link era. Again, not to devalue like how good those 4 guys are that are leading their teams, but the days of just saying who are the 4 best players in the NBA, those are the 4 best that are going to be left. They might be over now.
Yeah, I think those are the 2010s, right?
Yeah.
The 2010s was always just you have Durant, you have LeBron, and you have Steph Curry. You're going to be you're going to be a title contender.
Well, I mean, I think that goes back further than 2010s. You talk about,
but there were
your Kobe's, they were complete. Like the Pistons in 04. Like there were
Spurs were complete teams. Obviously, Tim Duncan is an all-time great player, but they were known for their nucleus and having 4 amazing players.
Yeah, I do think that a lot of these teams are similar. To me, Brunson's the only one that when games get close or even in the second half, he just almost takes every shot or at least makes every play. Whereas all the rest of these teams don't really play ball like that as much. I guess Anthony Edwards can do it for the Wolves some. But yeah, I feel like this is more of a team game as far as these 4 teams against an individual basis than we've had in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the Naz Reids matter, the Alex Carusos matter.
That's right.
The OG Anunoby's, he's not the best player on the team, but he's like a very integral part to their success because he plays both ways.
Yeah, but on any given day, the Knicks can show up and Josh Hart is making the biggest play of the game, or Anunoby's making the biggest play of the game. Brunson's going to have the ball a lot, but these guys make the huge plays too.
It's teams that have players that will make an impact without the ball in their hands, which you need when the NBA has shifted so hard to high-usage offense where it's like you have your Jalen Brunsons, your SGAs, your Anthony Edwards taking like 30 shots a game in the playoffs. Like, how can you impact the game without shooting the basketball? Like, that's important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see for any of these matchups. I'm just looking at all 4 of the teams, and I'm trying to figure out what I want. I mean, I obviously want Timberwolves, Pacers, but I think any of the matchups would be great basketball.
I said it last week. I think the Wolves are in a great spot.
Is there a doomsday scenario, do you think,
for the NBA?
For the NBA that there's like
I think fans and
as far as basketball, that's like that would just not be.
As far as basketball, no. As far as like headlines and bright lights, yeah, it's probably Pacers Wolves, right?
Yeah.
But I don't care about that. I care about, having a good basketball series that we can talk about on the show and talk about some exciting stuff happening. I don't care
there's
about small markets.
If it's Pacers Thunder, I mean, I think the Pacers can. I think the Pacers can fucking win.
I think any of these 4 teams can win
the NBA championship.
I think
win the NBA championship.
I was surprised that the Pacers are last place in odds right now. That the Thunder are minus money. They're minus 145 to win it. The Knicks are plus 450. The Timberwolves are plus 550, and the Pacers are plus 600. Now, those odds are all tight. It's not like there's a big blowout there. But that, I guess what I just told you means the Knicks are favored to beat the Pacers. I just think that's a pick'em series. I think we're looking at 6 or 7 games of just basketball madness of close games. If you remember last year, Knicks Pacers was the best series of the year.
Yeah,
it was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Pacers ended up winning it. I think we're looking
awesome.
at that right now.
Are we staring right into a scripted moment? Are we missing that this is all scripted?
So for the Knicks to win?
Well, Knicks Pacers. I mean, it was foretold. It was foretold on SmackDown, was it not?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
This might be
right.
Vince might still be pulling the strings.
Yeah, I did consider that WWE is running this whole shebang.
That would make sense.
And you know what? If they get their hands on it, it's probably going to be watchable. It's probably going to be very good. So I guess we just sit back and let them do it.
Yeah. Is John Cena still in the playoffs? Can he still win it? John Cena?
I believe he was on the Lakers.
Roman Reigns will find a way to win the championship. If I know the WWE like I think I do, Roman Reigns will win.
Yeah.
He will win the NBA championship. Timothy Chalamet. There he is on the Lakers. Timothy Chalamet, Brandon.
Yeah.
What does the Timothy Chalamet Knicks fan do for you? What does you see him in the street? Do you see him like almost get fucking just stampeded by the Knicks fans?
Almost got pulled out of the car.
Just pulled out like they yeah. That was insane. He's becoming the new Spike Lee. He is.
Let me just stop you there since you were on the street thing. Let's discuss that for a little bit and then circle back to the Chalamet, because you mentioned him getting run over in the streets the other night when they won the game. 7th Avenue became madhouse and they went crazy and they were tearing stuff up. And I know Big Cat on PMT said the only problem he had with it, they didn't go hard enough, and that's fine. But don't you think did they spend everything too fast? Like, they have 2 more series to win. If they win 2 more series, are they gonna have to ramp up the celebration every time?
I think so. I think they're capable of that, right?
Capable. I mean, that was a big one. That was gigantic. They took over the streets around Madison Square Garden, and everybody was going crazy. And now that's just to get into the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Are you asking what's next?
Yeah, what's next? Where can they go from here? Do they have to like take over New Jersey? Do they have to attack Canada?
Yeah.
This
is for winning a second round series.
Yeah.
That guy's in flip flops.
They've been doing this for 3 years. Like they've been ramping it up. But you're right. Or they're just gonna burn.
I feel like they ramped it up too far, too fast. How are what's
biggest win in 30 years?
What's I'm having trouble articulating my point, or I'm just dealing with stupid people.
That's like a T-shirt you buy at a gas station. That's a woman.
Put it on a shirt.
Fucking Cookie Monster pajama pants is wearing that.
I mean, either I'm having trouble articulating my point, or I'm dealing with stupid
fluent
people.
in sarcasm.
I'm just saying. If they win the NBA championship, they're going to have to nuke something.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And what I'm saying, Brandon, is I think they might.
Okay, all right.
They might. I think they've thought about it, and they might. Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, now back to Chalamet.
So back to Chalamet. Chalamet is, I think, so when I was growing up watching NBA basketball, and this is true, I'm not just saying this because it's convenient for the point I'm making. I knew Spike Lee as an NBA fan, and I knew he was like famous, involved in Hollywood or whatever. It probably makes sense that like 9-year-old me was not watching Spike Lee movies, but I didn't know him as anything but the guy who's the Knicks fan, right?
Right.
Chalamet, I think, has enough appeal to like a younger people, but he is positioning himself where, depending on like the movies he takes on and everything, like maybe there will be a world where like people born, like the kids born today, just turn on these Knicks games and they just see Timothy Chalamet losing his fucking mind for the Knicks. He's becoming, what I'm saying is, as famous as he is for being a Hollywood superstar, right now he's becoming like Timothy Chalamet, New York Knicks fan.
So is the better
does that do anything for you? Is this cool to you? Is this do you get a sense that he's trying too hard? Do you think it's inauthentic? Where in the whole gamut of emotions do you land on seeing these clips, seeing the footage, seeing everything of Timothy Chalamet going crazy for the Knicks?
I have 2 things. Number 1, would Jack Nicholson's Laker fandom be the better comp? Being
that's probably a better comp because he's
an accomplished actor,
right?
Who then becomes more well known for just making sure it's just being right there when all the shit hits.
That's true. Yeah.
Number 2, I want to believe in Santa Claus on this one, and I want to buy in. I want to be all the way in, and I want to welcome him to sports fandom. I kind of feel like you can go back to the moment of when his people were in a meeting room and said, we got to win the sports fans over.
Yeah.
It's right before that he went on College Game Day last year. Does anybody remember Timothy Chalamet, the super sports fan, before College Game Day last year? Because I don't.
There he is in 2010, winning a ticket contest by finding Landry Fields in the city.
That helps. That helps.
All right.
But again, I just feel like there was a moment last year when Game Day hit where we're going full steam ahead with superfan Timothy Chalamet.
If I'm going to defend Timothy Chalamet, and I guess I will right now.
I'm not accusing
do
him
you
of
think,
anything.
What if he's always wanted to do College Game Day? He's always wanted to get the courtside seats at the Knicks games. He's always wanted all of these things. These are things that he's always been interested in. He just hasn't been able to – he hasn't reached a level of fame where it's unlocked everything until recently. And that's why we're seeing him as the sports fan.
Okay. All right. So
now he is the guy. He's like one – I mean, it's Glenn Powell one and him too as far as like stars in Hollywood. And he's – I think he's now reached a level where he's these doors are opening for him in a way that, like, you know, maybe what were like some of his earlier shit that he was doing? What's like an early Chalamet?
Oh, so his current stuff is Dune 2. His earlier stuff was Dune.
Dune, okay.
Yeah.
Dune.
He was a
Call Me by Your Name.
Call Me by Your Name was a first big one. Interstellar.
The kid from Call Me by Your Name is calling up ESPN and is like, I would love to sit in on College Game Day. And maybe ESPN's like,
they're hanging up.
Yeah, well, I mean, what?
Blue Dish now.
Blue Dish and yeah, maybe they're just kind of like, I don't know if it's a good fit. Yeah, Blue Dish and
It's actually on his IMDb.
yeah. And maybe back then they were just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a good fit. But then now he's just blown up to such a level. There. Blue Dish.
Favorite movie is Blue Dish.
Martin Scorsese.
Go ahead and give that movie a 10.
Blue Dish.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese directed.
Wait, hold up. What? Scorsese directed
the Blue Dish Chanel.
Wait,
There's no way.
They had a writer for this?
He just slowly turns at the camera. He just slowly is like Blue Dish Chanel. That's it. And he doesn't even say it. I don't think. Someone else says
who gave it a 1-star review?
What the hell? Blue Dish Chanel.
Damn, man.
Cowards.
So
there's no way.
To go back a little bit,
Scorsese directed. No way.
What's your
my favorite Scorsese?
What's your plan of attack? What's your war plan for Mr. Bing Bong?
Mr. Bing Bong?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Mr. Bing Bong. I got Mr. Bing Bong. Is he back on? Is the ceasefire off? Is he back on?
I assume the ceasefire is off.
Okay.
But again, he started the war.
Yeah.
He started the war and the ceasefire.
Yeah.
So I guess we wait for him to.
He tried to "you're it, no tag backs" me. You know.
That's what
he tried to do. So I mean, like, the war is, I guess, being fought on his terms, and I guess I just have to roll with it. So I don't know. As of right now, I'm under the understanding that there's a ceasefire, but I imagine the Knicks won. Now the Knicks and Pacers are going to play. I imagine he might want to end the ceasefire. Bing bong me.
I do like the idea of both of
them. Yeah, there we go. I take this very seriously.
So I do like the idea of this being just a vicious compliment battle because. Yeah. In his war that he threw against you, he was like, your Pacers are going to lose and you're about to have a beautiful baby that's going to change your life for the better.
And the whole time I was watching his initial video, I was like, he's in fucking unbelievable shape.
Yeah.
He's in unbelievable
Right. Look at those traps.
Dogs. Yeah. Beautiful traps. I mean, what a life he has.
So I guess we'll see where he takes it.
Yeah. I think the series is going to be awesome. I think the series, I mean, that's obvious, but I don't know. This feels like This feels like it's going to be just an overreaction series where after every game, whoever just won is like, we are the fucking best.
Yeah.
We have them right where we want them now. Knicks are probably going to win game 1. They're just going to be back in the streets, losing their minds.
Yeah.
But there's no way it doesn't go at least 6, right?
No, I don't think there's any way. It has to go at least 6. At least 6, and I think it's probably going 7. I think it's going to be terrific. I think it's going to be, games in the fourth quarter down to the final minute, all of them. I just think there's something about these two teams that bring out the best. And both these teams, I think it was evident early in the playoffs that both these teams were just playing at a higher level than everybody else.
Both very comfortable in crunch time as well. That's what's fascinating. I think both teams are like, it's a 1-point game and there's 3 minutes left. I think both teams are like, this is our time to shine.
They're fine.
This is where we thrive.
Yeah,
it'd be fucking awesome. Awesome. And if you want to go to those games, I got a great way to do that for you. Game Time. NBA playoffs are here, and the only place to buy hard-to-get playoff tickets is Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to tip-off. You can save up to 60% when buying last-minute tickets. What are you waiting for? Go check out the the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. Go check out the tickets there. Indianapolis, New York City.
You can get into T-Wolves Thunder for $110.
T-Wolves Thunder for $110. Two of the best young superstars in the game of basketball today, playing for a chance to go to the NBA Finals. What could get better than that? Take the guess. We're going to buy an NBA playoff tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code MOSTLY for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code MOSTLY, MOSTLY, for $20 off. Download the GameTime app today. What time is it? GameTime.
Now, also on Sunday, we had the PGA Championship, which I don't know how much of that, Ebo, how much of that did you watch?
I saw Scottie.
False. You were not allowed to watch any of it. Did you watch it?
Well, no, I watched on Saturday.
I put it on Saturday and fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
Put it
Saturday I watched.
Saturday,
Unfortunately,
I put it on and fell
it
asleep.
did end up in a Scheffler blowout, but there was a minute there where Rom had tied it, and the NBA was in the third quarter of a blowout, and I was like, those motherfuckers are going to want to watch, and I'm not going to let them. But then I was also on number 14, so I was just watching on my phone. But anyway, I didn't really have a leg to stand on that one.
I was also competing in my own personal PGA Championship yesterday.
Were you?
Shot out 106.
106?
Yeah.
I shot 95 yesterday.
I had 3 pars.
No
in a
shit.
round,
Yeah.
though.
I shot a 101 on Saturday with Jerry.
And striped at 3
watch
woods.
this.
Uh-oh.
Evo, what'd you shoot on the back nine?
Bitch.
Oh, man.
What's going on?
What's going on with that shirt?
Yeah, it's a bit
good
distorted.
question.
It's just a little stripes. It's just tiny stripes.
It's like a puddle at a gas station.
No, I don't really
does.
understand it either. It's just little stripes.
I saw Ayo in the middle right there.
Hey,
yo.
yeah.
Like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, like,
Hey,
that's
yo,
I'm just saying no.
Yeah,
If you look at my shoulders, you can see it's just tiny stripes. I don't know why right there it decided to go crazy.
right around your breast.
Right around my
Got
tits.
very contoured. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Jerry, man.
How'd this come about? Is this a new thing for you two? Is this just a one-off?
Well, Jerry plays golf, and I'm playing golf now, and I was like, he lives not close to me, but closer to me than anybody who lives in the city. 'Cause he lives out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, one day you want to play? And he said, yeah. So he came to my club and we played.
Did you guys was it competitive? Was it?
Was
it a nice?
We made it a little interesting on the back
Yeah.
nine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I beat him by 3 strokes. We both just duffed our way around that place and had some good shots, had some bad shots. This is just me trying to get tailor-made clubs.
Yep.
I made a 50-foot putt, longest putt of my life. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And if I hadn't hit
That's
the pin,
awesome.
it would have missed by 30 yards.
Yeah,
but
but you did hit the pin.
I did hit the pin, and it went in.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that, Brandon?
I know. Had a good time.
So the PGA Championship just wasn't eventful, I guess.
It wasn't. It looked like it had a moment where I guess Rom caught him, and then Rom looks around and says, "Oh fuck, I'm tied for lead," and just forgot how to play golf for a little bit. Blew up, and he falls by the wayside. Once he falls by the wayside, it just all of a sudden Scheffler's looking at a 6-shot lead again. And tell me if this is when Scottie Scheffler was winning yesterday, and I said, "Wow, he's really putting himself into all-time great territory now." What is this? His 5th major? His 6th major? So I went and looked. It's his 3rd.
That's what
You do the same thing?
Are you fucking me right now?
I don't know what I don't remember anything that happens on the show. Please don't do this to me right now.
You fucking me? This is what we did this whole thing after.
We did.
We did this after Rory won.
Okay,
It's like
okay, yeah. But
I have no idea how many. I will do it again. I have no idea how many majors anybody's won. I inflate everybody's major championship trophy. I would have guessed this was Scottie's 7th major.
But see, Rory.
I would have guessed.
Rory to me makes more sense because Rory last won 11 years ago. So you would have a trouble remembering. Scottie Scheffler just had his big run a couple years ago, and I thought Scottie Scheffler won like 3 or 4 in that.
I thought Scottie Scheffler. I think when I would have first of all thought he already won a PGA, but I thought he would have been like like the British Open away from the Grand Slam.
I did too. Yeah.
I would have assumed that.
If you said which U.S. Open did he win, I'd be like 21 or 22. I don't know.
Maybe
He definitely
both.
won one.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. But he only won the Masters twice, and
Yeah,
then
that's
he won
right.
that one yesterday.
Yeah.
He's the 3rd fastest to complete from his first win to his 15th win.
of as far as
It's like, so from the time you win your first career event to the time you win your 15th event,
yeah.
who's third fastest to that?
I need
and Tiger and Jack.
I don't know if it's top 5, top 10 finishes, but there needs to be a stat that's like this guy was hanging around and was relevant, because I feel like I get gaslit when I do look up the Scottie, Scheffler or any other golfer. I look up their accolades and it doesn't compute to me.
Yeah.
But there needs to be like a tally for like, yeah, this guy was in the you're not crazy. Remember,
Right.
You remember this guy
Because he was close.
he was
these
very
3
close.
times. Yeah.
He kind of fell off. He ended up finishing 7th, but like, yeah, I mean, 3 holes into to Sunday, he was in the lead. So you're not crazy for thinking he won it.
But
I do think everybody won way more than they actually did.
what a comeback story. Arrested at the PGA Championship last year, winning it this year.
Yeah,
I don't remember the full details of the rest. Did he rob a liquor store?
that's right. Yeah,
He did?
Yeah, at gunpoint, I think.
He
Yeah.
robbed a liquor
There
store.
was a
got-
car
took a
chase
hostage.
at some
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
White Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Took a hostage. Took his caddy hostage.
took a hostage and
He took
yeah,
Siwoo
it got
Kim
dicey
hostage.
there for a second. Yeah, I guess the story was Scottie didn't play well in the front 9, but then pulled it together and won the Wanamaker, and then
Wanamaker trophy,
and then
yeah.
you see he broke the trophy like immediately.
Did he? I think a lot of people break that trophy immediately.
Yeah.
I think
Morikawa
that's
did it as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's happened a lot.
So why don't they fix that? Why don't they like
Like
just-
glue it on.
yeah,
Get
glue
an
it on
unbreakable trophy.
or get like a swivel.
It's just
like,
a-
if you want to drink beer out of it, you can still like it's like a stein.
It's
you know,
just
like
a
the
lid that
pops
comes off?
but it's got a hinge.
Yeah.
The lid pops off. Does it pop off so you can drink beer out of it?
That's the only
That's
reason.
the only reason it
can
needs to
exist,
pop off, right?
Maybe they should do it like, what's the thing you got up there with the little thumb, your Dale thing? What is that? What is that called? The cup?
3 for me.
The cookie jar.
Right there.
Stein.
Oh, this?
The
No,
Stein.
one
yeah,
more,
big
one more.
Stein.
There you
Big
go.
Stein that I
Stein,
bought-
yeah.
yeah. Put like a hinge on it.
Yeah.
Wait, I like that you went to this. When I drink beer out of this, my cookie jar.
If you're asking me which piece of Dale memorabilia has a lid, you're gonna have to be more specific. If you're referencing the Dale piece with the lid, you're gonna have to be more.
Any blueberry crumble in there?
Oh yeah, throw it in there.
There's still some if you want some.
Look at your blueberry crumble.
Maybe.
I don't know what else.
Yo, what's the best thing in this studio to drink beer out of?
Probably
drink a
Chili's 3
celebratory
for
beer.
me.
Oh, what's that?
Chili's 3 for me, right here.
How many beers do you think fit in there?
Yeah, it's the best. That would definitely.
19.
That would be the best.
I think it might be more. 26. So TJ brought it up. I think TJ brought it to the group chat this morning. If it's somebody else, I apologize. But there used to be a tradition. I think it was every tournament, but certainly with the footage we have is the PGA, where at the end of the tournament, the fans would go after the winner's ball. And there's a lot of these footages out there, a lot of this tape out there. It's just fucking hilarious. Well, fan behavior. For every time that somebody does something wrong, for every time somebody is an asshole, we don't really give it enough credit for how far it's come. Because back in the 50s and 60s, if a baseball player hit a walk-off home run, every fan in the stands is coming down onto the field.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And then basketball used to do the same thing. There's shots of like the Celtics trying to get off the court when they win. So there it is. And that is
That's awesome.
Get the ball. Yeah, have you ever seen the Chris Chambliss walk-off home run?
yeah, where he's trying to
They
knock
take the
people out of the way.
bases. Somebody took third base out of the floor
What?
before he got there.
Whoa, go back.
Yeah,
go
what
back,
was-
go
what
back.
was that?
What was that?
That couldn't have. No,
Wait,
that's
hold up.
that's
And then he just swats the other dude's ball away.
that's some sort of trick shot
Wait.
expedition.
Put a little English on it, eh?
What the fuck is that? And then he just knocks it away? What's the point of...
That didn't seem that one's out of place.
A little bit of
I need more content. What's the point of chipping it over and then knocking it away?
I don't know.
Did you?
Because I guess once upon a time you didn't mark your ball.
When did they invent ball markers?
But then
he win the hole?
But then why did he... Yeah, maybe that was... that's to win the hole and he didn't...
What's your strategy if you're one of these patrons?
to get a ball,
Yeah.
get there as fast as you can and get it first.
Good strategy.
You
So
would
think
you wouldn't try to steal it?
You think this is that they're motivated by money? Do you think they're motivated by just like just some thrill just to grab the ball? Do you think the people back in the when was this? The 30s, the 40s, the 50s,
50s. I would
The
say it's
60s?
50s. Yeah.
the 70s?
Yeah. I would say.
You think they're grabbing it because they're like this ball's gonna be worth a fuck ton of money, or do you think it's just the love of the game that they're just like There's nothing I love more than
I think it was love of the game.
they're just fucking rushing to the hole to grab.
What are they
the
gonna do?
ball.
Put it on eBay?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, look at this.
And how do
Yeah.
you authentic?
Look at this. Look at this. He has to turn into a linebacker.
That's awesome.
They're trying to get his helmet.
That's awesome.
They took the base. He said he never touched third because there was no third.
I like his
Look at this. He
his
duffs
stick-to-itiveness.
He's hit stick somebody here. Boom.
Oh, he never touched home either, did he?
If this happened today,
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
the think pieces would be crazy.
Oh my god. They already are. Where like 3 people go on the floor and then Caitlin Clark flops.
When
Or
we
Kyle Filipowski flops.
when we took the Wrigley tour last year, me and my friend Matt, they said the baskets at Wrigley. We always assumed they were for home runs.
Mhm.
No, they're not for home runs.
What do you mean?
They were for people. They were originally put there for people.
Oh, so people don't
Too many people-
fall over the
Too
top.
many
Yeah.
people were getting up on the ledge and walking and being crazy.
Jumping over.
They had to put the basket there so they
Yeah.
couldn't get down on the field.
It's the
I
original
saw-
Topgolf.
Another thing with fans on the field. This is a good tie-in. The fans on the field in Wrigley Field. I was at the Cubs games last week, and they did like a quick in between innings, like flash on the scoreboard, like a little history lesson.
Yeah.
And there was a time apparently where if they sold too many tickets, the place was sold out, and they wanted to sell more. Again, I as I'm saying it, I'm like, there's no way this is fucking true. I'm just reporting what I read on the scoreboard. The fans would sit like basically on the warning track. They put up a rope,
Oh yeah.
and they would just let people sit on the warning track.
Uh-huh.
And if it went into the fans, it was a ground rule double.
That happened in a lot of, like, back in the 10s and 20s. There's World Series pictures of people standing in fair
And they're just-
territory.
They're
with
just
a
on the
rope.
field.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that? Why not just go? We have 40,000 seats.
I don't
We
think
sold 40,000 tickets. I'm sorry, but that's a sellout, and we can't sell anymore.
I don't think people
That's it.
started having ideas till like 1960. Just whatever showed up is what they would deal with and everything. Yeah, they're the Boston, I believe, in like the 1917 World Series or 16 World Series or something, just had gobs of people standing there, and they would pull up the rope to let their ball through, and then they would kick the ball out if it was something like it was.
That's crazy.
It got crazy. Yeah, but
Oh.
and we often focus on bad fan behavior, but as a whole, fan behavior has come a long way.
Yeah.
Because we do some crazy ass shit. There's also, I think there's a shot, and I don't know how you would look it up, but one time a winner in a golf tournament threw his ball into the drink, and like 4 guys all simultaneously dove on top of each other trying to get in there and get it. It's fun. It's fun.
I wouldn't mind that coming back.
What, throwing it?
Maybe let me think about how to make this practical in the modern era. Maybe like for $1,000 you can buy like a bracelet that allows you to be
A ball chaser?
one of the ball chasers. I do want to see a visual of Scottie Scheffler throwing his ball into the water and then like 8 dudes
Yeah.
just belly flopping in the water to go get it.
How about
I do think I want to see that. Maybe it's just like a Waste Management Open type thing. You just only do it at one place. I don't
Yeah.
know.
How about when the final putt goes down, there's a 30-second clock. The putt hits the bottom of the cup. It triggers the 30-second clock, and Scottie Scheffler and the other players have 30 seconds to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
We're going to turn them loose, and
Yeah.
they're coming after the ball.
What if Scottie Scheffler wins the PGA Championship, puts his ball on a tee immediately, and then
Yeah.
hits it with a driver,
And
and then everybody can go chase it?
does he hit it? Does he hit it back down the fairway?
He just hits it whichever direction he wants, and then you can go get it, but like it's 300 plus yards. It's over that away.
But imagine.
Good luck, everybody.
Imagine like you're following the group of the final 18th hole, and he tees off, and then his second shot, he hits it to the green. He starts walking. Everybody starts walking. You're like, no. We're gonna sit
We're
here.
gonna sit right here.
We're gonna sit right here.
Right to us.
We're gonna sit here 250 yards away.
Zach Hampel. It's just like, he's like, I know his tendencies.
Yeah, he likes to hit it down
He's
the
gonna
fairway.
hit it right to me. I don't know. We're just ideas guys. That's all.
Yeah, but I thought Scottie Scheffler was further up the all-time list than he is. Obviously, he is going to get there. It looks like he is starting on his journey. I just thought he was further along. I would have sworn he had 5.
What happened to Rory? Everyone said after Rory won the Masters, the monkey's off his back. He's unlocked everything. I think we're going to see Rory on a tear. What happened?
He didn't tear.
Okay.
He didn't tear.
He's got some
Was that-
driver issues.
Was that real? I didn't know if that was real. Did his driver was banned? Was that
Confiscated? Yeah, they did a driver check, and they're like, nah.
bad driver?
Nah, yeah, legal driver.
But the Masters let him have the driver.
I saw he wasn't doing media. I saw that.
Yeah, he declined it 4
before
days
he
in a row.
Declined it 4 days in a row. Is that why? Or is it because he just wasn't playing well? Is all this
I think
tied together?
Yeah, I think it's all.
But he just won the Masters.
Part of the
Shouldn't everything be chill now? Shouldn't everything be good? He's a 6-time major champion. He's won the career Grand Slam. He's a made man.
10-time major champion.
Whatever. I don't know how many time major champion, but he's a multi-time major champion. He's won every single event. What's he got to hide at this point?
He is a 5-time major champion.
Rory?
Yeah. I think you've done that a handful of times too.
I apologize. It's got to be 6.
I know. That's why it's interesting to me. Is because literally every time you talk about Rory McIlroy, you say 6-time major champion,
It is 6.
and I find it fascinating.
But it's 5.
I'm not here to tell you that I knew that. It's just like
It has to be 6.
it has to be.
How can you win the Grand Slam
don't
and only be a 5-time?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. What did Dan Rappaport have any good Rory?
I didn't
dramatic
follow
Rory
along.
tweets or anything? Or
Just pull up Rappaport's Twitter and let's just go through it real quick.
Yeah, did he have?
He didn't.
Did he lay it on for thick for Scottie?
yeah, let's see.
Getting arrested. 365 days ago, this man was.
I'll give you
getting up
$1
for
if
a
you
shot.
can guess an adjective he used to describe the win.
Mesmerizing.
Okay.
Grit. He used grit in there somewhere, surely. 'Cause
Where since February 2022, his first win on tour, Scottie Scheffler has amassed 15 wins and 3 major championships. A sustained run of excellence. He gets his nose ahead of his peers with 2 majors that include Bryson, Rahm, Xander, JT, and Morikawa. Okay.
all right.
All right.
Okay. We talk about whether golf is better when there's a dominant figure like Tiger Woods. A group of guys all feel they can do it on their own. Nobody's the sometimes a unicorn, but we're firmly in a bunch of guys' territory. We are firmly in a bunch of guys' territory, and it's been awesome to watch.
I agree with
There
that.
you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Bryson was just uncomfortably close to cross-checking Tony Finau in the face. We almost saw some teeth on the green of the 72nd hole of a major.
Wow.
All right. See,
All right.
he's not giving me anything.
I think it's
here.
because it's not Rory.
Yeah.
He likes Rory a lot.
How many times do we think Alex Noren has done this over-the-top rehearsal in his life? 10,000, 50,000?
Probably 50.
Well, he really dug out. He did
Yeah.
good on that. Worm cam. Well, now he's just
Okay.
That's,
All right.
Yeah. All right. So
There's your PGA.
So Danny Rappaport didn't have his best weekend either.
Yeah.
And we didn't
Just
see
all in all.
we
just
didn't see
kind of a
vintage.
ho-hum weekend for the major championship, I guess.
John Rahm hit somebody in the head.
Did he?
What?
With a golf ball?
I don't know. Somebody just keeps spamming show the head video.
Show the head video.
Oh.
Google head video and play it.
Look up P Masters.
John Rahm hitting people in the head trying to get the same bounce.
Oh God!
Oh!
That was off the skull?
That was loud as fuck.
Oh, you're gonna love that.
No way.
Wait,
That was
that
off-
guy have a metal plate in his head? What
That
the
was off
fuck?
the dome?
Sounded like a woodpecker pecking a tree.
It bounced like 50 yards.
Gonk.
Oh.
God, I was hoping we'd have the sound on that. What's he looking? Hold on. What's that guy looking at? Why is that guy facing the other way with a golf ball headed his
I think
way?
he was ducking.
I think, yeah, he's ducking
I think
out
he
of the
heard
way, right?
4 and was,
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair
and he
enough.
ducked right into it.
But did he? If you say 4 and you duck your head, you need to cover your head as well.
Yeah.
Rahm just going right to autographs. Yeah, just hit a guy in the head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll sign
There you
it.
go. There you go.
You signed your golf ball, right?
Oh, yeah, John Rahm. Yeah, signed.
That's a big difference between
Listen to this.
John Rahm signed golf ball right there. Oh, my God.
Gonk.
Did you see the Wyndham Clark thing? That was one of the crazier, like, that's something that the average golfer does on the golf course.
What, did he, like, crash out?
Yeah, total just meltdown on the 16th tee box. He hit a drive he didn't like, and he threw his driver so hard he broke the wall that the ad was on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh,
my
God.
That's so hard.
Where, let me see where it ended. Oh.
All right. I've hit my drive. It's a poor drive. Damn.
Oh shit.
Put a hole in the fucking. I mean, granted, it's like what our sign
Oh,
is. but-
driver's
So
gone.
there was.
All right, Wyndham Clark had some anger in this.
That's pretty
swing.
awesome. I threw my driver into a pond one time, not on purpose, but kind of on purpose. I say not on purpose just to make it sound like I had more control over the situation.
Yeah.
But-
Is it one of those where you
Or
threw,
that I had less? Yeah.
you
I meant
threw
to-
it and while it's in the air you realize, oh, it's going to land in
Yeah,
the pond?
Yeah. It was like I want to blow off. I want to get rid of some frustration. Hit a bad drive and I was like fuck, and I just wanted to like kind of throw it, and
Yeah.
then I threw it way too hard. And I was like, that's going for the pond.
I threw my 5-iron in the
And then it
pond
just
one
went
time.
into the pond. And I was
Yeah.
like, I should probably not golf as much as I do. This isn't fun. I don't enjoy it.
I'm like that with my MLB The Show franchise right now. The difficulty on the hitting is ramped up too far, and it's just, I was going to be 1-0 in the ninth yesterday. And I'm like, I'm not enjoying.
How many
this.
controllers you break?
I don't break any controllers. They cost a lot of money.
Huh.
I would never do that. I would never do that. That's
Yeah.
cost
Someone runs Chew Clock on their That'll be the show.
$65. Well, I will, and you have my word. I'll do that again. So we're not playing that shit. NASCAR on Prime kicks off this Memorial Day weekend with one of the crown jewels of racing, the Coca-Cola 600. 600 miles, 400 laps. This is where legends are made and heroes are honored. For the first time ever, you can stream it on Prime. See what it takes to finish first. Don't miss the Coca-Cola 600 Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. NASCAR, it is on Prime. NASCAR on Prime this weekend, boys and girls. Other sports that happened Saturday. The WNBA season is underway.
Uh-oh.
I have a statement to make.
Uh-oh.
I would be fine if the WNBA made a rule where Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese never play again against each other.
You're going the opposite of what the
I am going. I just.
the general feeling of like these teams should play all the time because they hate each other.
It is just such.
It's too toxic.
Because it's not too. It's just. It happens. The foul happens. She gets up. She wants to fight her, and then it unleashes 48 hours of unfiltered, stupid ass bullshit. And I just, number one, that's just not that hard of a foul. That's just a common everyday foul that happens all the time. Angel Reese getting up and trying to fight over it was crazy.
Angel Reese falling down in the first place.
Angel Reese falling down in the first place was crazy. Like, she takes the contact on her arms, and then she realizes, oh, I got to fall. And she just falls out, flops.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was the fact that everybody's up at arms over this is crazy. And Caitlin Clark had a triple-double. They won by like 30, right?
Yeah. Blowout.
Yeah.
Connor.
You're backing the wrong horse. You know that, right?
You're backing the wrong horse.
The sky is always bluer on the other side.
What does that even
That's
mean?
not a saying.
That's not a thing
no
at all.
one's ever said
Well, there's
that.
only one sky.
There's no other side. of
Chicago
the
sky is always bluer on the other side. We're waiting to see how the rest of the season plays out.
There's no other side.
Chicago sky is the same as North Dakota sky. It's the same sky.
No, there's Big Sky. There's a difference.
Yeah,
there's Big Sky.
Sky blue.
But this, I don't think this is Big Sky.
No.
There's a region called Big Sky, Idaho, Montana, right?
And that is a different sky.
Is
correct?
there a little sky somewhere?
How did they get away with it?
Man, the sky's so little
How
here.
did they get away with saying
little guy?
How
Is that
did
what
they
he
get away
said?
with calling it Big Sky Country when
'Cause
it's just the same sky?
I think that's all there is there, sky.
But when you're
Isn't it
there,
scientifically bigger?
when you're there, you buy into it,
Big Sky.
and you're like,
Have you been
oh,
to Big Sky?
oh yeah, many times.
and-
Every time I'm there, I'm like, the sky is fucking bigger, but it's not.
It's the same sky.
It's the exact same.
I don't know.
There's a horizon, and
Yeah.
there's a sky, just like everywhere else. But when you're there, yeah.
There's
Little
little skies.
Guys.
Yeah. There's also a Little Sky Bakery in Menlo Park, California. Shout out to them. Shout out. They're a small business.
At a certain point, your love of Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky is a reflection on your character, Connor, and you have to be worried that you might just you're backing the wrong horse, and this is
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you
this
guys
is indefensible at this point.
if you guys want to support, the Bill Lambier of the WNBA.
By the way,
Caitlin
we
Clark,
haven't
and,
thrown any support Caitlin Clark's way at all.
No.
Yeah, I'm just
We
saying,
simply said, in this instance, you're backing a flopper who got up and tried to fight because she
But
flopped.
now that you mention it, I will throw some support around the woman who just had a triple-double and blew your team out by 35 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, she's a talented player.
On your hometown team.
On my hometown team, that's
Yeah.
right.
Are you gonna fight White Boy Rick?
Yo, White Boy Rick, I appreciate the hustle from White Boy. He recognizes there's a market here, and he's going all the way in, but he is totally
I think he
dissing
had
my
the
girl.
most viral tweet of the weekend about this event. I mean, this thing went nuclear.
What do you say? She's dribbling that thing in her chin.
This started a actual race war.
Yeah.
But that is when you tweet about it. Naturally, you there are comments that you invite.
I mean, Angel Reese is not good.
I disagree.
She's not good.
She's not good.
Disagree?
She is a bad basketball player. That does make it funny.
That's
She's
queen.
so poorly PR trained where they asked her in the post-game presser, it's like, hey, you were struggling finishing with your offhand. Like, did you work on that this offseason? She's like, I'm right-handed.
Yeah, I saw that.
She does choose the wrong answer every single time.
Every time.
Like when they were asking her about the foul, and she says, basketball play, let's move on.
Yeah.
You're the one that stood up and tried to fight.
Well, we are forgetting that she was the leading scorer for this guy.
We're forgetting
the team that got beat by 35.
You're defending
35.
somebody very hard who you skipped her birthday party.
Yeah.
Like, you clearly don't care that much.
I'm Sky through and through, so I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not going to the home opener on Thursday, though. I have volleyball, but I will go later on.
Your Sky through and through what then?
Not through volleyball.
Not through volleyball, not through
Other
the
things
slightest
on your
inconvenience.
social
really.
calendar.
No, it's
Yeah.
not the social calendar. It's a commitment I made to my team. But
Volleyball is on your social calendar. Connor.
it's
We'll know if you won if you show up to work on Thursday.
Friday.
Friday. Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Because
But I love
That's the season opener for you?
Yeah, I joined another league as a warm up league for this one. So
Wait a second.
That game's on Wednesday.
Your main league is Thursday.
Yes.
Your warm up league is Wednesday.
Yeah, so I warm myself up on Wednesday. So
Question: what is the warm up league being on Wednesday? The main league being on Thursday? Are you gonna offer? Are you risking fatigue?
No.
Injury?
No, I'm making sure that I play the best that I can. It's like getting batting practice.
Mark, wouldn't you think the warm up league would be like a week in advance
Yeah.
to get get the
day
speed
before,
of the game?
You're on the wrong side of 25 now.
Yeah.
No, don't say that.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you got to start thinking about these things. You only got so much gas left in the tank, Connor. You can't be blowing your wad.
No,
Are you
wad.
blowing your wad?
Are you blowing your wad
it's
on a Wednesday?
It's
Why
lesser.
are you blowing your wad?
I'm not blowing any wads. It's lesser. It's lesser competition. It's more relaxed on Wednesday, but then Thursday is when we ramp it
It's
up and
time
we go
to-
full speed. Yeah.
All right.
It's a walkthrough.
Who won the Cosgrove Cup? I missed that this
Oh,
weekend.
great question.
I missed that, the Cosgrove Cup.
All
there
right.
were a lot of people in our comments basically being like, yeah, duh, fucking Eddie Vedder grew up in San Diego. And we're like, no, that's
Not a duh at all.
like,
That's not a duh at all.
like you guys don't know sports if you don't know the Vedder Cup.
So
That's fucking insane. I will double down. It's fucking insane that a guy whose sports fandom is 100% Chicago Cubs. No one's ever seen him. Like he's known for being a Chicago Cubs fan. Having a rivalry between Seattle and San Diego named after him is insane. It doesn't make any sense.
Mariners swept.
So, boys, since you guys have
Mariners.
landed me on
The season
baseball,
series, they got more Vedder Cup later.
I have a question. I have a question involving baseball. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
You're going to like this question. Is Pete Crow-Armstrong the greatest player in the history of the game?
He might be. He might be.
When did Pete Crow-Armstrong become Mickey Mantle? When they signed Pete Crow-Armstrong, or when he made his debut, I thought, nice little piece for the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think MVP candidate Pete Crow-Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a surprise to everybody, or was he supposed to be this guy?
This is a surprise to everybody. He's not supposed to be this good. He's hitting. His power hitting is way better. Than
He has
I think we
12 home
expected.
runs.
Yeah, that's way better than we expected.
He's
The speed and the defense we always knew would be there.
Last year,
but
he had 13 doubles. This year, he has 12.
Yeah,
He did, Mark. I was at the game on Friday. He did get eaten alive by the sun for like one play, but other than that, he was awesome.
yeah.
I'm sorry, he's human. Did you just want to drop in that you were at the game on Friday?
No, I saw him play in person. He's just the fastest human being ever.
Yeah, so that's you did. You just want to say that.
Yeah, that triple he had yesterday was great. He's mashing the shit out of the ball. He's so fun.
Oh, that was
The
a bomb.
Cubs,
got the
Cubs are so fun, dude.
They're fun, man.
They're so fun. I told you earlier. I'm like I'm a Cubs believer.
Yeah, they struggled like a little bit there
Yeah.
at the start of May.
Well,
But
they got a good spot with their
nothing.
division.
Yeah, nothing. A little White Sox
You can't
Yeah.
Can't fix, you know.
Yeah. I
great
didn't want to bring it up, but I think your bet might be done.
I'm fucked. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I might be fucked. Should I just cash out?
But you were leaning on that money heavily, right?
I already spent it. I spent all 315,000. So this is gonna be a problem. I'm gonna cash out and see what I can get. What can I get for that?
So this was Marlins and White Sox to win their division this year, parlayed together. And it was $5 to win 315,000.
Yeah, there's no cash out option.
What?
Oh, no.
Like,
They're scared.
yeah.
They know something.
I think they're scared. Fuck. Yeah, it says no cash. I'm fucked.
So Pete Crow-Armstrong being the greatest player, it has taken me by surprise.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Cubs are fun. He's fun. He's a highlight like basically every game. Every game he does something. He doesn't have the greatest game, but it does feel like he does something every game, whether it's a crazy catch or, you know.
He like attempts catches that are physically impossible for any human being to go
Yeah.
for. He'll
So
lay out.
the opposite of Pete Crow-Armstrong is present in this room as well. I understand not being as good as people thought they would be, but the Orioles being
It's-
this bad,
I think this show killed the Baltimore Orioles. I'm gonna blame this show.
They fired their coach,
Fired the
manager.
manager.
Went down 6-0. They're like, oh, okay. Went down 6-0 again. So
Why are they bad? What happened? For real. I don't.
genuinely everything.
Yeah, I don't.
Genuinely everything.
Mark, remember that team we were joking about, the White Sox?
Yeah.
They have 14 wins.
Mm-hmm.
The Marlins, the other team that we're kind of joking about, they have 18 wins.
Mm-hmm.
The Baltimore Orioles have 15 wins.
Everything. Literally everything
They're
that could go
15
wrong.
and 30.
Yikes.
That-
Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. It's been
Is it-
terrible. They can't
Are
hit.
you
They
losing
can't pitch.
close? No. Is it like
There
are
wasn't-
there a lot of like games that were with
No,
grass that you're
it's-
just blowing?
it's just
no.
like
It's you
you
guys
lose
are just a
7-2,
dog
you
shit
lose-
baseball team.
Yeah, it's terrible all around. The pitching staff was never going to be great, but then even those guys got hurt, so it's like you're down to scraps. They can't hit. Like Jackson Holliday's the only guy that can hit now. Yeah,
They're tied for
every
second
single
lowest
free
win
agent.
total.
Every single free agent they acquired has underperformed or has gone on the injured list. They're just bad. But the good thing is I'm going to reclaim my summer, I think. I'm going to watch Breaking Bad. I'm going to get
You're gonna watch
sunburned.
Breaking
Wow.
Bad. Watch
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. Yeah, dude, just watch other baseball games. You know, you just open yourself up to the entire sport instead of just.
Yeah, maybe I'll.
I know
yeah.
you're always good at you watch baseball already, but
Yeah.
now instead of focusing on your team, you could just watch whatever the best game of the day is.
And go to the
you
Cubs
know?
games.
Go to the Cubs games more.
Just
often.
focus on you. Build
Focus
a better
on you,
ego.
dude.
Yeah.
Get fucking like ripped and shredded.
Yeah,
and
but actually do it. Don't just say it.
yeah, and fucking swole and
Physical
shredded.
specimen.
Yeah.
I did go to the gym this morning.
Have you considered changing your eyebrows?
I'll dye my eyebrows. I'll do whatever.
Bleach them.
Dude, if I'll dye my eyebrows if the Orioles turn the season around. I'd go blonde.
If I can
bet.
guarantee you being 500 by the All-Star break, which would be an incredible tear, by the way. If I guarantee that, would you shave your eyebrows?
I wouldn't shave them.
Shaves too much. Yeah.
I would dye them I would dye them.
I basically just told you to go undefeated in June, just about. Pretty close.
Yeah, I can't be on camera. I'm already an Uggo. I can't do that. I can't double Uggo.
Double Uggo.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll dye my hair blonde for the rest of the year, though.
Never want to go full Uggo.
Trivia question for the room.
Yes. Oh, Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're done. Sorry, that hit me Friday night.
I'll cross that off. Ravens, and we got all the purple teams.
Yep.
Trivia question for the room. Indianapolis 500 qualifying came to a conclusion yesterday afternoon. The field is set. We have all 33 cars. We know who will be in the race. We know where they will be starting the race. For the first time since 1983, what? For the first time since 1983, what happened?
I know.
Qualify. You know the answer
I know
to this?
the answer. Yes.
Okay. An American has the pole position.
Okay. That's your guess?
Woman driver.
Connor, women couldn't drive in 1983.
Is that it? You know the answer already.
I believe I know the answer.
We'll say that. Well, you say the answer then.
A rookie is on the pole.
That's exactly right, Brandon.
Yeah.
A rookie has won pole position for the Indianapolis 500.
Now let's-
Robert Schwartzman is the guy's name.
Can we change
And,
the trivia question a little bit?
Go ahead.
Who was the rookie in '83?
I wasn't alive. I wasn't. It would be.
It's still the answer still exists.
I wouldn't
You
be
can't
born
just-
for another 20 years. So
Tio Fabi.
Tio Fabi.
Oh, really? Okay, I thought it might be somebody like Allen.
Tio
That's a
Fabi.
sick car.
Rob Schwartzman wins the pole position. Takuma Sato is second.
I'll just say it. Rob Schwartzman doesn't sound like a race car driver.
Yeah. What does it sound like, Brandon? Just tell me a job you think Rob might have.
It's just not a.
In what city does he live in?
It's just not a. It's just not a race car driver name. You know, that's all. That's all I'll say.
I feel like you've done that a lot with if there's a Gold in the name too. I've just noticed that.
Yeah.
You're like that guy Gold doesn't sound like a baseball player.
You know,
does not sound like a.
Doesn't sound like an NFL offensive.
I will give you 1,000 guesses as to what country Robert Schwartzman is from.
okay. If I get 1,000, I should
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. You'll never guess.
Well, I would start with the United States.
Wrong. This is why we need 1,000 guesses.
Then I would go to England,
Wrong.
Australia,
Wrong.
France.
I believe he's from Tel Aviv, Israel.
He's from Israel.
I was gonna say Israel, but I needed enough space between United States and Israel to cover my tracks. So you guys kind of fucked me on that one.
He's from Israel.
I was getting there.
Yeah. He's
And
from
Steve
Israel.
Kerr's son's name is what again, Brandon?
Shout out to SNL.
Let's
for
speed
making
run it.
SNL made a Steve Kerr son joke this week.
They did.
Yeah, rookie on the pole, Indianapolis 500. Should be exciting.
And a Creed
Yeah.
car.
And a Creed car. Felix Rosenquist driving the Creed car. I think he's starting 5th.
Yeah.
He's going to be starting 5th. Joseph Newgarden's won 2 in a row. He is starting, I believe, 11th or 12th. 11th or 12th. And yesterday during qualifying, see if you can find this clip. It's kind of funny. Joseph Newgarden got basically disqualified from qualifying, sort of thing. I don't know how to explain it, but he was going to push for the pole, and then they were like, no, you can't get the pole, so we're just going to slot you in at 11. So yesterday he was supposed to be qualifying, and he just went on a jog, and Fox was just filming him jogging around the track as the cars were going around. That's the guy who's won the last 2 Indy 500s. He's supposed to be qualifying, and he's just like blowing off some steam.
Just jogging.
And he's just jogging as all the tracks are. He's like, I will run around. I will get around this track one way or another. If you won't let me drive my car.
Guy's
I don't
kind
know.
of. He's
I
kind of
thought
buff.
I thought it was kind of funny as qualifying's going on. They're just like, by the way,
I thought those drivers had to be
that's just
tiny.
jogging.
I thought they had to be tiny.
Yeah, I think in general, yeah, I think they are tiny. I don't know how tall he is. He's a handsome fella, Joseph Newgarden. Really handsome fella. Very fuckable. Very fuckable.
Agreed.
Every hole, yeah.
Great. Every single one.
What'd I say? Huh? Sorry, what?
6 foot.
He's 6 foot.
All right.
Yeah, handsome. Great jawline. Great hair.
So now I need to talk about something else.
Okay.
Over the weekend, I personally think the worst thing that has ever happened to America happened on Saturday. For the last 11 years, every Saturday and then every other Saturday for the last 6 months, we have been greeted with a new video from Luke from the Outdoor Boys channel, the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. It is something I got onto about 3 or 4 years ago, but over the last year, it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and Luke from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel got big, and he got to 14 million subscribers on YouTube. And this weekend, he put out a video just saying goodbye. And he is walking away from the game at the top of his powers. And he is saying his fame is too much. He can't go out in public without people wanting an autograph or a picture or something. And he doesn't want to raise his family that way. He wants to have a normal life with his family, so he's stepping aside. So, Internet, you ruined it. You went again. You have bullied Outdoor Boys off of YouTube. And Mark, I know that you're nodding your head. I know that you don't watch Outdoor Boys like that. I know you don't care. You're just sitting there. You don't fucking care. You don't fucking care that we just lost the most wholesome YouTube content creator in the fucking world. Now we're stuck with jackasses like Nikki Smokes and Jersey Jerry and Ben Mintz on YouTube. Just burn the whole fucking thing down if I'm not going to be able to watch wholesome-ass shit like a dude walking out in the middle of the Yukon in 19 feet of snow and building a house out of snow with a fire in it somehow. We lost a great one this weekend. That's all I'll say. We lost a great one.
Should we pour out some honey butter?
Should we do a moment
Do you-
of silence?
Do you like the Yukon?
I do like the Yukon because the guy goes out there and you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't watch it.
I saw the clip of him retiring,
Mhm.
and yeah, that was sad.
It's very.
I don't fully understand.
Have you ever watched one video of his?
I have, yeah, the ones
Seen
you
a clip
showed
of
me.
him punching a fish?
I don't understand. He
Did you find a big rock? If you can't find a rock, Daddy's got this. There we go.
That's
That is a
fucking
lovely
awesome.
silver.
I don't understand him saying like, I want to protect my family, which is admirable, and,
Yeah.
and I commend him for it. That he's like, he's probably making a fuck ton of money, right, from this channel, and he's like, I'm gonna step away and protect my family. In the meantime, subscribe to my son's channel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do what
Yeah.
you want though. You know, he doesn't have to answer to you or I or anyone else. But
Yeah.
didn't really fully connect the dots on that one.
We talk about people going dummy viral on the timeline. Brandon
See, here's the problem.
tweets about the outdoor boys, and he goes viral every single time.
Here's the problem. I just the first time I did it and I got 200. My biggest tweet ever, 290,000. And then I did it again this weekend, and I'm up around. Today's an awful day for America. 203,000. If he retires, I might as well retire.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like he is my key.
32 million views
Wait,
he's my key
on-
to.
on the original.
On what?
That's the
Scroll up.
original. I just said this is the greatest living American. It's just a screenshot of him. That's all. That's it. And I got 293K likes. And then today's an awful day for America, and it gets another 200. Like he's it for me. He is my key. He is my muse. That's what am I gonna do now?
Number one, guy we got to get on the glaze, I think.
But he wouldn't want it.
I don't think
Doesn't want it.
he want to do it. That's the problem.
He wants to.
He's also to the money point. I don't. Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong. You're a bigger Outdoors Boys fan than I am. Wasn't he like a lawyer or something, or he is a lawyer? So
That's
I don't
what
think
people
money
say.
is-
Northern
money is-
Virginia.
I don't think money is like a.
Well, he's probably still going to make a fuck ton of money from the old videos,
And the
right? Like
residuals,
people just
yeah,
go
yeah.
back and watch the old ones.
I don't think he's interested in scaling his fame any higher
Yeah.
than it is at this moment. He also he blew the fuck up. Like he gained like 12 million followers in like 18 months.
I'm happy for him. That's a good move, and I wish more people would
I
have
would
that mindset instead of
fucking love to retire and go to Mississippi with my family right now, but I don't have the money
yeah.
built up, so I can't.
So
That's-
subscribe.
Same-
Everyone subscribe.
Subscribe.
Same, by the way. That's what I try to tell all my haters. If you want me to go away, the fastest way you can do it is give me a fuck ton of money.
Give me all your money.
Give me all your money.
I'll go away in a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
Yeah.
Um,
I will go away so fast. You'll never see my face or hear my voice again.
so how's that
Promise you
work?
that.
His videos that he has just sitting out there will residually just keep taking in money?
Yeah, videos.
He's never sold ads.
But videos earn an amount, a CPM for getting views over time, especially on a channel like his, which is probably very advertiser safe.
So he's probably made a ton of money.
Yeah.
Okay. all right.
But if he's not selling any ads or merch or anything like that, he's probably leaving a lot of money on the table.
I don't think he cares about it.
Yeah.
Just cares about honey butter and going out in the woods and surviving.
Can I attempt to cheer you up?
Yeah.
I have a genre of internet video that I'm almost certain that you're aware of, and that's okay. So this isn't me introducing it to you. This is me just using this as a time to cheer you up.
This is
Okay.
funny because I also brought an internet video for you to see.
Mine is a genre. Mine is
Okay.
not a specific
A
one.
genre.
A genre.
A genre.
A genre.
I
Okay.
got something that could cheer people up too.
A genre.
A genre.
A genre of
All right.
a video.
Well, what genre you got?
I've been seeing a lot of live looks, videos of the in arena, in stadium organ players, Brandon.
Okay.
And every time I watch them, I think I bet Brandon fucking loves these guys.
Okay. You're right. I do.
I bet
like
Brandon fucking loves these guys. Dun 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 dun.
And they'll look
dun,
at the camera.
dun,
'cause-
yeah, and they're just smashing the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you hear the oohs and ahs of the crowd, and the
Like this.
yeah.
Is that MSG? At Yankee Stadium.
Wait, I thought there was another guy. He must sit at the other.
They got
The other-
multiple. They got duelings.
I thought they had the yeah. These are mesmerizing to me.
At Yankee Stadium, you can.
May I
sit
say
next to
something?
him.
May I say something? That guy's not playing the organ. He's playing the keyboard. Right?
Yeah, good point.
What's this guy doing? Yeah. Okay. That's an organ.
Yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Why?
There's multiple
levels.
levels to it.
Yeah.
The guy in
Gotta have
Chicago,
multiple
Frank
levels.
Pellico, just retired. I think his daughter took it over. They'll throw it to him, and he's just surrounded by organ. There's just organ everywhere. There's just,
This is what I imagine when I hear Oregon.
Are you guys saying the name of a state?
Yeah, no, they're saying-
Are they saying Oregon?
I'm saying
They're
Oregon.
saying the football team.
I'm saying Oregon.
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 Oregon?
Oregon. I'm not throwing an E in there.
Debo, was he throwing an E?
You know, he was saying that they're over.
That's more of an organ. Now you got me thinking I'm throwing an
You're
organ.
saying Oregon.
Oregon.
I'm gonna look up Oregon definition.
There's too many organs.
There's multiple organ definitions, TJ.
You know the skin is the biggest organ on the human body, Blutman? Do you know that?
I did know that.
For some guys, at least.
Yeah, I got him.
You know what I mean?
Pipes.
For guys like me,
It needs the pipes.
maybe not.
The wind.
You got to have the pipes, huh?
So it's not in Oregon.
Cody!
I did.
Yeah, I like watching these.
I
And I
do
thought,
too.
and every time I watch one, I think Brandon Walker would be into this.
So,
Whoa!
hey, Cody.
What's up, Cody?
Cody's
back.
Cody's back from Buffalo.
I got you a surprise, Brandon.
Yeah.
Check under your seat.
Under the seat.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I got the strips right here.
Oh,
He got you.
Come on.
Crispy.
Come on, boy.
This episode of Mostly Sports is brought to you by McDonald's all-new McCrispy strips.
oh my God.
New McCrispy strips are here. Is chicken made for dipping, tender, juicy white meat chicken with a golden brown peppery breading. This chicken so good it deserves. God, that smells good. This chicken so good it deserves its own sauce. The creamy chili McCrispy strip dip, a sauce that's creamy, savory, and sweet with a little heat, but it works with any of their sauces.
It doesn't make sense how good this is.
It smells so good. New
know
McCrispy
how
strips
they
with
do
a
it.
creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. It's chicken made for dipping only at McDonald's. I got 3 right here. Look at them. They are fucking amazing, fantastic, best chicken strips in the game. And this sauce is this sauce
It's skyrocketing up my
is,
sauce.
That's special
is
sauce.
pretty crazy.
It's unreal.
It might be a Big Mac sauce for me.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Really good sauce.
Oh my God.
Sauce it down. Crispy.
This is my favorite part of every show now. We just get the
That's
crispy.
damn good. Thank you, Cody.
Cody, you should do this every day this week.
All right.
I can do that.
Okay.
New segment brought to you by Brandon Walker. This new segment is called Clips from Mississippi. Because I have so many clips from Mississippi that I haven't shown you guys. And it starts with this one today. TJ, I don't know if it's the last thing I sent in the group chat right before the show started. Mississippi has a lot of great things, a lot of great videos. This is going to be the first one. This is a news reporter doing a stand-up on location.
Mm-hmm.
He's just in a neighborhood in Jackson, Mississippi, and you've seen them before, where they're just out. I'm here in front of the city hall, and it's going crazy in there.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen this one. Maybe you have. TJ, if you could play that clip. All right.
Oh my God.
That's it. He was just he was just doing the trying to do the stand up, and a dog attacked him, so he attacked the dog. It's Burt Case.
He's a legend?
Burt Case, the legend. Yeah. I never.
You get out of here.
You get on out of here, boy. Get on out of here.
He did a 360, like trying
Yeah.
to shoo away the dog.
Yeah. I got some more Burt Case in the. In fact, most of mine are news or weather people.
R.I.P.
You rocking with Pat Collins at all?
But I said this. I don't know who Pat Collins is. I said this to celebrate our new American Idol
Yeah.
from Meridian, Mississippi.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Wait,
We have a new American Idol.
Apparently we do.
Oh, really?
Last night, yeah.
We have a new American Idol, Jamal Roberts. From
Which one is he?
He is that one. Jamal Roberts is a new American Idol. He's from Meridian, Mississippi.
I'll be goddamn.
I believe he was a PE teacher in the Meridian public school system. The
Wow.
Wildcats.
Did he sing a moment like this when he won?
I don't know. I didn't know they were still doing American Idol.
is that what
to
they
be honest.
did every time they won?
No, I don't think so. I think that was just Kelly Clarkson.
No.
I think that was just the first one.
How many American Idols can you name?
7.
Benson Boone.
Like actual winners
He won?
or contestants?
Didn't he win?
I think I can do
Benson
winners.
Boone won
I can
American
do, I can
Idol?
do winners. Jamal Roberts. Trent Ryan, both from Mississippi. Those are our 2. Not Trent Ryan. What's his name? Trent Fulton? Trent Ryan works here. Trent Johnson? Trent. I can't name it.
Yeah,
Scottie
all right.
McCreary. Philip.
Carrie Underwood, Fantasia Barrino.
She didn't win.
Ruben.
Carrie didn't win?
Fantasia didn't win.
Yes, she did.
Fantasia
Fantasia
won.
definitely won.
Fantasia
I thought
won.
Fantasia was the one that got.
Jennifer Hudson.
Season 3. Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson's the one that got eliminated. Shockingly. Okay.
Fantasia
okay.
won.
Fantasia won. Okay.
Fucking Clay Aiken won, right?
no, Stuttered won.
Studdard beat Clay Aiken.
Yeah.
Man. Taylor Hicks.
Yeah, Taylor Hicks.
Jordan Sparks. David
Jordan
Cook.
Sparks. Daughtry did not win.
David Archuleta.
Daughtry win?
Adam Archuleta.
Daughtry did
Yeah,
not
What's
win.
his name? Trent something.
Did Daughtry win?
No, he came in like
He
6th.
came in like 8th.
Trent Harmon.
Trent Harmon.
Uh,
Trent Harmon.
Was Beyonce on that show? Is that how she got
Beyonce's
Yeah.
on that show, yeah.
I think she came in 2nd though.
Okay. All right, listen up. I'm going to tell you about the only gift that any dad wants to get this Father's Day. Get him Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships the most iconic foods from the best restaurants across the country straight to his door for free. Let him kick back this Father's Day and chow down on award-winning barbecue from Texas, epic deep dish pizza from Chicago, or colossal pastrami sandwiches from New York. No matter where in the country he is, whether it's a dish from that one-of-a-kind restaurant or meals from world-famous chefs like Jose Andres. Probably Andres. Peter Luger or Guy Fieri, Goldbelly has you covered. So if you're looking to make a dad feel like an absolute legend this Father's Day, or just want to impress your friends and family with an epic meal next time you host, go to goldbelly.com and get free shipping and 20% off your first order with promo code SPORTS. That's goldbelly.com, code SPORTS, for free shipping and 20% off your first order. Blutman, let's talk puck a little bit. Stinker of a game last night, but the ref got hit in the face.
Perspective matters. Stinker of the game, I think, is a little too much. I think that was a fantastic first period of hockey, followed by dominance from championship DNA piece.
Okay. But be that as it may, like the most interesting thing that happened was a ref got smoked in the face by a stick.
And
he's okay now, right? So we can kind of not necessarily laugh. I don't think it's
eyebrow. He might need a little eyebrow dyeing. He could take
Yeah.
tips from Connor
There we
Griffin,
go.
but yeah, blood on the glass. I've warned you guys for years that playoff hockey produces blood on the glass.
yeah. And I guess
finally
I was assuming it was like the players fighting each other,
Yeah.
less a rogue stick hitting a ref in the face. That was crazy. That's a crazy scene though, that they're like shoveling blood off of the ice.
It also,
That is crazy.
It wasn't the only beer. There was beer stained on the ice at the end of the game. They were just playing through beer stain at the blue line. A lot of stuff was happening on that ice.
Wow.
Fluids on the ice.
Fluids,
That's
jerseys.
So you're saved, by the way. You can
No, well, he is safe, but there's a 50% chance.
The peas
I'm
got
not-
my back.
I'm not letting him off the hook here. He said that wasn't a stinker of a game because the first period was good.
Yeah.
Learn hockey,
As soon as no, y'all don't have to do that. That wasn't. He's just trying to play defense. As soon as the Panthers scored 3 goals in 5 minutes, everybody stopped watching. It was over.
then that's their fault for stopping the watch. Because
Well, all they missed was a 6-1 blowout.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm just
I'm
saying it
sorry
could've
that
been.
you. I'm sorry that
Could
you
have been
just
worse.
don't enjoy watching the full thing and the full Maple Leaf meltdown, the yearly seasonal thing. I think it's fun to watch. I thought that we saw a great hockey game, and yeah, you're right. The second that the Panthers put one in, that game was over. So what? Who
Is
cares?
it fair to
Watch a
call
good
this
game.
a typical Maple Leafs meltdown?
Yes, it is. Did you see what they did in Game 7?
Is
That's
he-
the worst loss in Game 7 history.
I feel like he's
yeah,
answering your questions pretty
Aggressively.
Yeah.
pretty
succinctly.
standardly.
Yeah, standard.
again, Brandon Walker wanted to use the goalie excuse, which doesn't count. Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, John Tavares,
That's
Morgan,
fine.
all these guys don't show up and play good hockey. Their key scoring chances last night came from Scottie Lawton and
Those weren't scoring chances.
and
Those
Stevie
fucking
Lorentz.
they were on breakaways, and that one guy had a breakaway and he shot the puck from 30 feet away. Okay, don't worry
That's
about
a
that.
good
Just pay
fun-
attention. to
Sorry,
Cody.
Cody showed me a fun fact.
What's a
You
fun
wanna say
fact,
it?
Cody? Share the fun fact.
The Sabres have made more conference finals recently than the Maple Leafs. The Sabres haven't made the playoffs since 2011.
But yeah, just another good Maple Leaf season. They invested so much into this core four, and all they have to show for it is 2 second rounds. They're like 0-6 in clinch out games because Game 5 one counts as a Game 7 or
You don't have to
whatever.
say clinch out. Clinch covers it.
Clinch oot. Clinch oot in
Clinch oot.
in Toronto. That's
Why are you so angry today?
Clinch
I'm
oot.
not angry. I'm just right.
That's. I hate to say that belongs on a gas station T-shirt.
Yeah.
Not angry.
I'm not angry.
I've definitely seen
And
people
it's like
wear that.
it's like who's the frumpy cat? Who's like the not Garfield, but like isn't there like a cartoon cat that's just like got the
Sylvester.
Tom, isn't it?
it's got the scrunch
And
face?
Jerry.
God damn it! I'm gonna have to do the research myself.
Right here.
That guy, yeah, like one of those guys. Yeah, get that a cartoon
Frumpy
version of
cat.
the frumpy cat.
Okay.
It's- I'm not angry. I'm just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, grumpy cat. Put that on a T-shirt. I'm not angry. I'm just right.
Fortunately, he passed away 6 years ago.
Thank you, Connor.
Yeah.
Did you say fortunately? Or
Unfortunately.
Okay.
I found I'm not angry. I'm just explaining why I'm right on a T-shirt.
It already exists.
Yeah.
We could do a line of gas station T-shirts if we wanted to.
We should.
We
that's,
could pitch
that's
that
a
to
good.
merch.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We only sell them in gas stations, though. That's the thing about the gas station T-shirt. We can't sell it online. We have to sell it only in.
Before we end, we skipped over something.
Yeah.
We skipped over when we talked about the NBA. We did not talk about the NBA telling teams no more alternate.
Oh, yeah.
opportunities over the rest of the playoffs, which I think is not a moment too soon because when the Nuggets played in that big game last week, they wore the 5-2-80.
Game 6 at home. Last home game of the year.
Yeah. They wore the
5-2-80.
the 5-2-8-0, which are good looking jerseys, but you're in Game 7 of the playoffs. You need to be wearing your jerseys. Somebody, NBA teams, pick out what your jerseys are and wear them.
Yes.
There.
Yes. Alternates should be every so often, not
In March.
in the middle of the season when everyone's bored by the flows of the regular season. We need something to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what the alternate.
Not the playoffs.
Not for the playoffs. Get them out of here. And home team wear white.
Yeah.
Home team wear white. Tradition. It matters. Is that it?
That's it for me.
Anything else?
Sirianni extended.
Yeah. Nick Sirianni.
Purdy got a lot of money.
Party guy.
Are you mad, Connor? The Sirianni?
No, I was wrong. I said he would be the reason why we wouldn't win a championship. We won a championship, and we had the best season of my Eagles fan life. So, yeah, that's more than deserved.
And the Pope got a jersey.
And the Pope got a jersey.
You have a custom Bears jersey by.
What is that? Is that 14 in Roman numerals?
I would
Is that
assume so.
is that
Yeah.
it
is
is.
that the vice president?
Yeah, it's JD Vance.
Wasn't he just there?
Yeah,
was,
No,
he was
was
with the other one.
Him and the Pope are boys.
The old Pope.
Wasn't he like but that's what I mean. Like, wasn't he just visiting the
Oh
Pope?
yeah,
Is he just a massive Pope fan?
He's our Pope guy.
Pope merchant.
He's just a Pope merchant. It's like, I gotta meet the Pope.
We got to race.
He's got season tickets to the Pope.
I don't think any of that woodwork or shelving goes high enough in that room. There's too much empty space.
I want that jersey.
All right.
Leo. Yeah, Cubs White Sox. This is the first crosstown series since Pope. Cubs get a lot of there's too many. Do it for the first series, but there's too many I think the Pope is a White Sox
Yeah.
fan.
That's
There's
confirmed.
too many
right now.
Pope costumes at Wrigley.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's too many Pope costumes. You can't be a fan of both, right?
No. White Sox Dave would have
I
a
imagine
problem.
we'll see a ton of Pope costumes at the Bears game. How long do you think that'll go on?
Until
Until he dies?
we get a new Pope.
You think the guy on the pole at the Indy 500 is going to be wearing a Pope costume?
Preakness was
probably not. I'm gonna guess no on that one.
I think there will be.
Why are you
one-
holding that sword?
I just like picking it up every now and then. I think there will be a lot of people at Bears games wearing Pope costumes until ultimately there is one guy who they classified like,
The Pope.
no, that is the Chicago Bears Pope guy.
We're
Yeah.
going to have tryouts this year, you think?
Yeah, he'll change his Twitter, Avi, to,
The Bears Pope.
Yeah, the Bears
It would
Pope.
be the guy that just kind of vaguely looks like Leo.
Yeah.
It just vaguely looks like the Pope himself.
What are those two doing back there?
Indiana has a bacon guy. Pacers and Fever. He's a guy that wears a bacon costume to every game. I saw that this week.
Are we expecting the Pacers guy to be there all 7 games? Who's he
The guy, yeah, the sign guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be in New York wearing a Knicks jersey, holding up
he'll be,
signs for the Knicks.
He'll be next to Chalamet and Beb
But
Borny.
that Brunson.
But that Brunson,
Shut
yeah.
up,
dude. Yeah.
Shut up, dude. Hey, congrats to the Bandits, man.
They haven't won anything yet. Game 3 is next week.
All you said was congrats.
All right, well.
Jeez, take the fucking compliment.
The lacrosse final is the worst setup I've ever seen.
They played back-to-back games, and then now they don't
played
play for
Friday, and then they played Sunday yesterday, and now they play Game 3 on Saturday.
He's saying they played in Buffalo, went
get-
to Saskatoon, and now they got a week
They
off
get a whole
before the
week before
Buffalo
Game 3.
final.
All right, well, we'll do a preview on the show. All right, that's the show. See you, Brandon.
He's walking off.
All right, let's do it. Should we keep going?
Let's do another 10 minutes.
Let's just do another 10 minutes.
He's
What was
so
it?
wrong about the Maple Leafs.
Preakness
it's
was unbelievable.
comical.
The Preakness was good, right?
I watched
Shut
the Preak-
door.
I watched
wanna
the
keep doing
Preakness.
more. Brandon, I don't like Brandon just doing a
Post-show,
walk off
post-show.
before.
Post show.
Yeah, just do the post show.
Cody, go sit in his seat.
What was the
See what it's like.
Preakness? Was journalism came back?
Journalism,
right?
the
Yeah.
favorite who was even, was in 6th with
Yeah.
coming down the stretch, and there was almost a catastrophe at the Preakness.
Oh, really?
3 horses squeezed each other. The jockeys were literally shouldering each other. Like the journalism
Getting physical,
jockey
rubbing his racing, right?
threw a literal elbow at one of the other jockeys to try and get him off because they were gonna crash, and
Yeah.
then came back and won somehow. Unbelievable finish.
Connor is going viral again.
Oh yeah, Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this gonna? You think this is just gonna?
It'll cycle back every 3 or 4 months. This time, people were focusing on the fact that I was wearing a Sixers hoodie, which again, I have the photo.
Holy shit.
You think this is just the rest of your life online?
Yeah, I have the
It's gonna be a constant.
the photo of me wearing that. It's public. It's online. Like
Is that real?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Cody.
Online.
It is online. Yeah, it's not
So,
invasive.
the Bandits played Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, no, they played Friday at
and
home in
Sunday.
Buffalo, last night in Saskatchewan, and now next Saturday,
So it's a winner take all next Saturday for the
Yeah.
the say the league again.
the NLL,
Box.
National Lacrosse League.
The box lacrosse.
How was it being back?
It was sick, dude.
Did you get a hero's welcome?
Got put up in a suite.
He was in a
hang out
box
with
at
the
the box?
boys.
I mean,
I was in a box. At
You're
the box.
boxed?
I was boxed up.
Get any bacon, egg, and cheese there or no?
No, I mean, yeah, I had a couple on my own,
I
but
saw you got a nice good buffalo slice. Nice
yeah, that was crazy.
nice
They were
cold
roasting.
pint of buffalo beer.
That was the worst looking
Why'd
pizza
you-
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's maybe it looks bad, but it's incredible.
You also ordered 3 wings.
But
That,
you-
that's
man.
lunchroom pizza.
That's a five wing basket.
5-wing basket.
It's a lunch special.
No one-
That's $11.
No one's ever served wings in a
there's no way.
bundle of 5.
Bro, that's a great deal.
I mean, that's just the most you can get this literally everywhere in the country.
You guys are
of
so
all
wrong.
time.
You've never been more wrong about something like that.
That's the
That's one of Buffalo's best pizza and wing spots.
Ain't saying
And
much.
everyone's like, "Oh, you can't get pizza and wings anywhere else."
I mean, that's
Like,
that's you shitting on Buffalo. It sounds like.
no, people go to Buffalo to go to those spots.
First of all, people.
Hey, only in the 716, bro.
Yeah, you just don't get it, dude.
Come on, man.
People go to Buffalo.
Yes, I'm going again this week. Game 3.
Well, I mean, what is
Yes.
what is your general mood towards hockey? Because I will
love
admit you do
hockey.
seem a little flustered, a little aggressive. I think we're on the verge of getting aggro Blutman.
No, I'm
At
flustered
where the
because
NHL stands right now.
I'm flustered because I do care about the Leafs and everything, and I
Yeah.
want to see the Leafs succeed.
Yeah. Brandon, we're doing a show. Get out of here.
And when
the show was over.
We did an encore.
You like what you see?
Honey, I struck Brandon.
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
Well, you just got up and left, and I thought
You said the show was over.
I didn't say that
You
you
walked
got
it
up and
off.
left before this. Everybody said,
Show was
no,
over.
no.
Run that
the
back.
tape. You started
Run
getting
that
up and
back.
leaving before anybody said anything. So then we as a room were just like, I guess Brandon's out.
You said the show was over.
I started to say it as you were approaching the door, and then I thought, fuck it, let's just keep it rolling.
Why did you do that?
Mark, well, why is he hollering?
Why is he hollering?
Yeah.
He's getting worked up.
Wow.
All right, that's the show. So,
That's how Paul is done.
So then we as a room are just like, I guess Brandon's out.